All right, what's good, boys? Welcome back. In this one, we'll be going over barrier to entry. This one is pretty important. Barrier to entry. What is barrier to entry? When a product has unique features or qualities that makes it difficult to replicate or stand out in the market. These are things you could have, or these are the things that your product can have. This could, like I said here, this could stem from the product itself being hard to obtain, requiring a specific background or a specific niche. Like if you have a lot of information or you know a lot about a certain niche, that will help you in that niche, giving you a better barrier to entry. Also, if you have a dog, if you live by a pond, or maybe if you have like a nice car, bad car, depending on what product it is, that can also help you. All right. Advantages you might have. So this can be big. If you have anything in this you can also put this in your product criteria sheet because this will just make it harder for people to copy you, harder for people to steal your product because you have these barriers to entry. All right, number one, if you already have a big Instagram in that niche. So let's say you were running a meme page before in like the anime niche, weed niche, you already have a big Instagram, or you're running a different product and you already have a big Instagram in that niche. That's an advantage you already have for that product. Your location. If you live by a pond, you can run a fishing product. If you live in a big city, it helps you go viral because for some reason people in the background always help like edgy products, like mostly weed products, or just any product in general. Normally, if you film outside in front of people, it will just help it go viral. Having pets or people to film with. So this is big for any pet products. Obviously, if you have a dog, have a cat, that's a barrier to entry to that product, and also people to film with. So couples products, if you have a girlfriend, that will just help you be able to film couples products. So those are two big things. Have a nice car, or in some cases, like I'll show in an example, an older car. So if you have like a nice BMW or just a new car products that will help you go more viral with car products. If you have an older car, depending on the product, this also could help you go more viral. All right. Possesses a deep knowledge or strong passion for a specific niche. Obviously, if you know anime, if you know Pokemon, if you know these shows or these niches and you're big into the niche, you know the biggest YouTubers, you know like the slang, the sayings, all that will help you and that will give you a barrier to entry in that niche. That will just give you an advantage over other dropshippers trying to dropship in that same niche. High end gaming setup. So a lot of times we're filming on our desks. So me included, a lot of other people I know, we either buy marble backgrounds, we film in our kitchens, we film outside. But if you have a high end gaming setup or like a really cool gaming setup, and the product can kind of align with it, it just looks. I'll just say it this way: it just looks aesthetic in the background. So if you have that to film in front of, that can also just help you. And especially if it's a gaming product, that will help you also. All right. Still being in school. Still being in school can help you a lot because there is a ton of school related products, like things that can help you cheat. Big thing recently was the cheat calc, a calculator that you can type in answers, you can take pictures, you can have pictures in the calculator. If you film in a school for that, it'll help you blow up. Same thing, there was a product where you could write on a notepad and it would show up on like your iPad or on your phone if you connected it to like USB and shit. Also, that in class helped a lot too. Being able to film in class, just a different angle you can take, help you go more viral. Uh, so yeah, but if you have any of those, you can put that on your product criteria list. That will just help you. It's just stuff that will give you an advantage. So just look at these. If you have one, just put that on your product criteria list. So if you see a product and you're like, oh yeah, I'm still in school, I could go film in a school, or I have a dog, I can film for pet products. Just those things can just help you have a better barrier to entry. Because right now, I live in Arizona. I'm not at home with my family, so I'm not with my dog right now. So I can't film for any dog products because I'm not at home. I don't have a dog right now. All right, product barrier to entries. All right, so There's a new thing that's been popping up where you can customize products. You can make MOQs, custom products. And when you make these custom products, it's really hard for people to copy you because you customize the product yourself. So unless a person's going to see your product, go one, even know how to customize it, go customize it, get it supplied, and even have the amount of money that you need to order MOQ, probably not going to happen. High ticket product, again, a lot of people who are starting organic dropshipping don't have a lot of money. So if you're running a product that costs you $100 just to get the product, or like $70 to get the product, a lot of dropshippers aren't going to be willing to spend that much money to test a product. Another one, not available on Amazon. So most dropshipping products you can get on Prime because Amazon has fucking everything. But if you find a product and you can only get it from AliExpress and you have to wait that week to 2 weeks to actually get your product, it's gonna, if you find a product and it's not on Amazon and nobody else is running it, it's gonna take other people around 2 weeks to actually get that product. So you have the 2 weeks to blow up your product and make money from it before other people start running your product. All right, takes time to create or assemble. So Legos and these like building blocks and all types of shit like that have been going viral a lot recently. If you have time, if you have like time in your day, like let's say you just have 10 hours a day to focus strictly on drop shipping. If you have time to make an entire Lego set or build something for an entire product, this is a really good barrier to entry that you can have, because a lot of drop shippers could be in school, have a job, have other things that they need to do. So they don't have time to be building Legos all day and getting all different like angle hits with the Legos and build it. It just takes too much time for the dropshippers to build that shit. So if you have time, this is a big barrier to entry you can hit. Requires a lot of props. I mean, like I said again, this Loki. If you have bread to start, if you have 3K saved, there's a lot of things in here that you can take advantage of. But a lot of people aren't going to be willing to go all in on products, spend $200 on props in the background for their product. So if you have the money to do that, this will be another barrier to entry that you can hit. All right. Challenging to film. There are some products that you will run into or you will eventually order that you don't think are hard to film for, but just end up being hard to film, hard to make good quality content for. And if you are good at content, this can be one of those things that you can excel on. Challenging to film. All right, how can you like leverage this? So I mean, identify what you can take advantage. Like if you find a product that's not on Amazon, obviously you can take advantage. If it's a high ticket product and you have the money to spend on it, make sure you're taking advantage of that. Also, things that you can do is if you're really good at content, or you're a dropshipper who actually cares about trying to make this a full-time job and actually cares about going viral and making good content. If you make really good content, that can just help you stand out from your competitors from the beginning, just because you make way better content than them. All right. How to create a barrier to entry for any product. All right. One of the big things, a lot of dropshippers, they don't go outside. They're afraid to film in public. So if you can just muster the courage, I mean, most people you see in public, you're never going to see them again. Like how many times have you walked into Target or you've walked into a fast food place, you see just some random NPCs, you never see them again? You can literally get a competitive advantage just by going out and filming in public, because most dropshippers won't do that. Obviously, make sure it makes sense with the product. Don't go outside and film for a product that you need to film for inside. All right, invest into extra equipment, high quality, like get box lights, get ring lights, get maybe a marble background, get these things that can help you just make your quality of your videos better. Invest into yourself. Like obviously you can get into organic dropshipping for really cheap, for literally the cost of a tripod and the cost of the product. Not even the cost of the tripod. You could literally get into organic dropshipping for just the cost of the product. But if you really want to be successful, invest in yourself, get some lights, get a background, just do these things and it'll help you. All right. We're going to some examples of barrier to entry products. All right, here's the first one. So if you have a dog, this is a good one that used to be ran. So obviously it's a joint, but it's like a plushie for a dog. It's like a dog toy. If you have a dog and you ran this, that's the barrier to entry is the dog. Okay, next one we'll go into like a location barrier to entry. As you can see, if you lived by a pond or lived by a lake or a river, just some sort of body of water, that's a barrier to entry. A lot of people live in the middle of nowhere where they're not by a pond, they're not by a lake. So this is a barrier to entry that if you live by a lake or a pond, you could take advantage of. All right, this is the old car that I was talking about earlier. So obviously, if you have a new car, you already have Apple CarPlay, but most people don't have new cars. So if you have an older car, this is a product that you could run. It's an Apple CarPlay. You just plug it into that big ass port, and then now an older car has Apple CarPlay. So it's also problem solving, wow factor, literally hits everything. This is why this product was so big when it was. I'm not about to watch the whole thing, but as you can see, this product takes fucking forever. I know somebody who ran this product. It took him like 2 hours to make videos for it. This product takes so long to build. But if you have the time to build this product and obviously oh, this as you can see, this person also has like a bookshelf background, which a lot of people don't have big bookshelves in their house. So if you also have that, it'd be a good barrier to entry for that product. So basically, if you can find any of this, if you have any of these, these are things that you can add to your criteria list when looking for a product. It's barrier to entry, things that can help you succeed with the product that other dropshippers don't have. But yep, I hope you guys learned a bunch about barrier to entry. Now we'll get into the next video.